This is Ryan from Happy Trader. We are going to take a look at the market today. It is Tuesday, December 5th. We're heading toward the holiday there and, the big holidays, end of year, Q4, and we're getting a lot of tax harvesting and different things happening in the market. First thing I wanted to touch on, we will take a trade if we deem one fit. Generally, I go over the progressions of the markets. I'm going to start doing that a lot quicker in these shorter form videos. So Robinhood took a huge jump up. I actually had a bunch of calls sitting in my IRA, and they went like 400% positive. So I took most of that off the table and then reloaded at a higher strike price. So just wanted to let you know about a trade that I made today. That was a nice little $300 treat, and I'm not gonna lie, I spent that $300 today. Not financial advice, but it just so coincided that I had to spend $300 today, and I made $300 on this move on Robinhood. But that's besides the point. We're just looking at the market today, and you can see that it's kind of a mixed bag. If you look at the three indexes, this is a divergent day where the Nasdaq's starting to peek its head out a little bit. It is ahead of the other two indices, so to me, this looks like a little bit of a dip. If we take a look at crypto and we stretch all this out, we can see that we are kind of getting, that speculative hot money appetite is kind of coming back, and that might have to do with why we saw a stock like Robinhood go up. But if we look at Nasdaq and we go to the NQ futures, which we're going to do because we are on Tradeovate connected into TradingView using our product HappyTrader.io, Sentiment AI with Illumitrend, available at HappyTrader.io. You can see that we had an uptrend signal early in the day today prior to the market open, and you can see it was about an hour in the Globex session prior to the open. And this uptrend signal really did pay for anyone trading the NASDAQ on a 5-minute chart. And you can see if you take this away, you just simply do not know if that's just going to be a sell off into oblivion or if that gets bought up. But when you have happytrader.io and you're using our product and you're paying a measly $47 per month, you can have access to not only the fact that we were looking bullish, that we were in a uptrend through the green. We had a small little sell-off, but as I mentioned in other videos, if you get flattened out on your Illuma trend, it just goes flat across. That's going to be a weaker trend, obviously, than a choppy uptrend. So we had our uptrend signal, had a little bit of a retracement, and bang, that got bought right up as a value area low. And you can see that, criteria set 1 for our buy and uptrend criteria set 2. We had the buys come in somewhere right in between. So what you can do is cascade orders. You could put in, you could be on the micro NASDAQs instead of the NASDAQs. You can go in there and take maybe one stab, take your drawdown, take another MNQ, so you'd be too long MNQ, and or you could go one long on the uptrend signal, and you could go too long on the dip, and you can dollar cost average your way into a position that falls somewhere in this area, and then you would have rode that all the way up, even on 2 micros with very, very low risk. So that's something to be noted today. Now, with divergent indexes, when we have the NASDAQ kind of, teetering on going negative pretty much the whole day, something I like to do is go through the rounds. And like I said, speculative. Definitely, you could tell Bitcoin was really just kind of, rocking and rolling over the weekend. It definitely wanted to break through 40, and we're at like 43, which is miraculous. Definitely a super obvious trade in hindsight. But I do want to look at the NASDAQ. So on the 5-minute chart, we don't have our signal. We had our move for today already, and this was about a $2,000 move. And let's go ahead and just switch time frames and see what's happening on the more granular level. You can see currently, we're just switching, alternating between these flat trends. See, the flat line on the Illuma trend means a weaker signal. And if we have our uptrend closer to our buy signal, it's a little more bullish. So this looks like just one of them sideways days that would be good to maybe look into selling premium iron condors. If we go back to look at the VIX, let's see how the VIX looks. The VIX is actually down, so we're looking a little bullish on the VIX, but it is teetering around a little bit, and you can see the beginnings of a 1-minute sell signal. It just looks like the market is oscillating, and when the market is oscillating, that isn't always the best time to take a trade. So you can see on the 3-minute chart, we do have our downtrend. 5-minute chart, We haven't gotten our downtrend signal yet, so if you are a 5-minute trader, this is a great situation where you would have made some money on this drastic up move, and then you can see profit taking happening promptly, which leads me to believe that it's going to be a sideways to possibly bullish day. But we did just see the Nasdaq go negative, so this is going to be not the best video out there. I'm not taking a trade. I'm not ever going to take a trade if a trade's not presented. We have the indexes falling negative. We have overall negative sentiment. We have divergent markets between ultra high speculative. We have some FANG stocks up, some FANG stocks down. This is a great example of, unless you do get on your preferred time frame an actual uptrend or downtrend signal, if you just look at the market, it is really hard to tell what's going to happen. You can see that, major sell-offs that are just getting bought back up. If I had to guess, today might end up bearish, but it's really hard to say. It did look like under the hood, if you do use happytrader.io, you can see that, it just kind of, I don't want to say the word pump and dump, the phrase pump and dump, but it kind of looks like, we had a big pop right off the bat, and we had a lot of folks electing to exit the market institutionally as far as larger traders, and that could be tax harvesting or whatever you want to call it. So this is a fairly technical video of just a progression of what might make me stay out of the market, and the Nasdaq peaking negative and positive, and then just having the indices like relatively flat, but then getting these large sell-offs and candles and such kind of puts things into flux. So what I would do in this situation, even though we have our uptrend, this is technically a retracement of the uptrend on the 15-minute. What I would probably do is head to the 5-minute chart, wait for another uptrend signal. Chances are it'll probably be a downtrend signal and then an uptrend. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. You want to make sure that you look at all of these different variables, and you can see that crypto's just on a rip. So maybe some of the hotter money is over there. But if you do look at speculative stocks like Robinhood, you can definitely see, some movement in those as well. Out of the money calls, debit is starting to print, and that's, partially due to this low VIX environment. When the VIX drops, everyone comes out to play and get into options trading. But just be advised, if you're selling options, you don't want to get blown out on the put side, the call side. I'd say the call side is where the risk is kind of at right now, as far as anything, not zero DTE. So that was a more technical video today. You can reference live trade videos, just like and subscribe. You can get into our indicator, which is beginner friendly, entry level, by visiting happytrader.io. And of course, you can just go through our YouTube channel and see all the different back tests and how well these uptrend and downtrend signals perform. And if we go out to a 15-minute chart and just kind of head over, you can see that it looks like we're in a macro uptrend that's just retracing. So again, this is Ryan from happytrader.io, CEO and head quant. Wanted to go over some things with the market. For me, the market's looking like a no touch or wait till kind of the end of the day. And the move has already transpired for the day. So again, just like, subscribe. You can look at some of the other videos if you want to see some more exciting trading. Making a couple $100 in a couple minutes off these signals. Check it out, and happy trading. Have a great day.